What's up, YouTube? Poor Man Podcast back with another video. Today's video is going to be, does your career affect your love life? All right, before I get into the video though, I gotta do the YouTube stuff. The goal is 40,000 subscribers by June. It's a crazy goal, it's a big goal, but it's my goal. All right, the only way I'm gonna get to my goal is if you give me the HBO special. Do you know what the HBO special is? That's the Help a Brother Out special. All right, so go on and help a brother out. Hit the like and the subscribe button for more content. I'm gonna give y'all a second to do that. All right, now let's get to the video. Does your career affect your love life? Let's see what the ladies got to say.
Do you feel that as a woman, you can't really be truly successful unless you're in a relationship?
No.
Is that
Wait. So
right?
basically, I have to base my success on whether I've got a husband or not, or whether
Yeah,
I've got a boyfriend.
I feel like in some cultures, that's what they do.
Basically,
they
yeah.
literally look at you, and if they don't see that ring on your finger, they don't take you seriously.
So you can have the
It's
most
even worse
success in your
China.
career.
If
Yeah.
you're 25 and
Yeah, I
single,
heard that.
they
They think that
have
there's something
they
wrong
have
with you.
relationship markets whereby your
Bingo.
dad will take a picture,
The
put a
leftover women of
poster
China
in this
or of
market
Asia.
so that people can go around and be like,
Wow.
you're old, but
If you
yeah,
get old in
maybe."
Asia, you die alone.
I
as a
like
woman.
that.
That's not
That
too
works.
bad. That's like Tinder, but with your parents.
It's a more effective way of Tinder.
like
but in
market
certain cultures,
dating, but-
it's crazy.
Yeah, I
Well,
like that.
I'm
It's not bad.
Nigerian, and my mum is literally like, she doesn't even care how successful I am in terms of what I'm doing in my career. The fact that I don't have a boyfriend
Right.
or I'm not in a relationship, for her, nothing else is really like, yeah, and what? Where's your man? That's,
Yeah.
Bingo.
that's kind
It is, no,
of.
it is.
Well, like it's a
Different values.
mentality, like
Have a
a
different
I don't
value
know
system.
what
I
it
think
is.
it's based on it's on culture and just traditional values because a couple decades ago, 30 years ago, success was based on, you know, having a
Marriage.
family,
Yeah.
marriage,
Yeah.
and
Settling down.
everything that comes with that.
Yeah.
2016, we've got the internet, we've got women CEOs, so we've got a lot more opportunities
We're
going for
winning.
ourselves as women.
Yeah.
So it's like for me, I can't solely base my success on having a family. Like I
Yeah.
feel like I just want everything.
I don't
Can't
want
it
to
just
do
be
that.
everything?
I
I
just
don't
want
want to like
everything.
base like.
I just want everything, okay? In an age where Instagram is consumed at a higher rate than any other time, I just want everything is the common mantra. Instagram makes it feel like that's possible. That is not possible. You cannot have everything. There are always sacrifices for the decisions you make in your life. If you're in your 20s and you're a woman and you want to go out and date Pookies and Ray Rays when you're at your peak in terms of value in the dating market, that's okay. That's fine. If you get pregnant by one of these men, that's okay, that's fine. But when you turn 30 and you expect a six-figure tall man to take care of you and your children, that's when we have a problem, especially when it doesn't work out how you thought it was going to work out, and then you just say all men are trash. That's when we have the problem. Make the decisions you want to make, but then be willing to deal with the consequences, because there are always sacrifices. All right, if you're a career woman, you want to be in your 20s during the peak of your dating value, and you want to reject men because your DMs are full and it seems like it's going to last forever. I don't have to worry about it now because it seems like it's going to last forever. All right, so you go through your 20s, you're going through grad school, and you're rejecting all these men that want to take care of you, and that's fine. But when you get 35 and you finally have that job and you have that six-figure income, you'll look back and say, it's kind of lonely up here. All right, I have no one that cares about me. I have no one to share this with. What's the point of making all this money if I have no one to share this with? All right, so that happens to a lot of women. That's part of the game. There are sacrifices to the decisions you make. And the problem is when you turn 35, your chances of finding a man that's going to take care of you or get married to you is only 30% now. So you've sacrificed your time during your dating peak to go to school and get that education so you can get the job that you have now. That's part of the sacrifice, ladies. That's how it works. Don't blame men when the sacrifice doesn't work out. All right, men have always understood about these sacrifices, okay? And when men would go out and work for long hours, we all know of the story of the kid that's had everything physically, but has always resented their father or their parents because they were never around. And in this time, it was the job of the traditional mother to tell the children, hey, dad ain't gonna be around all the time because dad's out getting the money so that you can have the luxuries that you have today. That was always the sacrifice that men were making for their families. We understood that. And we were okay with that. That's something we had to deal with. There will always be sacrifices. That's just how the world works. Let's continue the video.
My success on whether I'm married or not, because I feel like when people pressure you, especially like within Nigerian culture, if you're being pressured, like God forbid I get pressured into the wrong marriage. I think that's my biggest fear. I've always said, my mum's always
we've
taught me as
seen
well
that a
that, you know,
lot.
like a broken engagement is better than a broken marriage. My mum's always taught me that. And if I was to ever get pressured into the wrong marriage, I think that'd be my biggest failure ever, because I don't want to marry the wrong person. I feel like it has such a huge effect on you. So I'm not in any rush. I'm focusing on my brand. I'm focusing on being a better person. I'm thinking about my future. And to me, that's how I measure my success. I'm not measuring success by, you know, doing man crush every day or having a bay on my
But I
arm.
think from a parent's perspective,
Yeah.
you have all of this stuff that you've achieved and
Yeah.
accomplished.
They want you to share it with
Who are you
someone.
going to share it with? Isn't it
You
important
can-
to have that
I-
lineage of
I do
children
get that.
to
Yeah,
I
and
do
a
get that.
family
of course, but
to,
that's
like,
not something that
carry
you
it on?
force. Like, obviously,
can't
let's not
force
be
it.
stupid. Like, obviously, like maybe in a colourful world, of course, we all want to be with someone, but are we going to start going to a Chinese market to go look for someone? We're not going to do that. You know, we want to
Want it to happen naturally.
Happen naturally. We want to run into the right person, of course. We don't want to
Yeah.
just say, do you know what? You know, he's got a beard, he's 25, he's got a master's.
Yeah.
Let me just see if something might happen with him.
Then
Like,
I
let
do
me
feel
see.
the what is scary about our generation is the fact that we do have so much at our disposal for us to kind of like, you know, dominate in the world if we wanted to. But then a lot of successful people on paper, when it comes down to it, what makes them really happy is having a family, and it is having people around
And
you.
that's what I was,
They're
and that's what I was
entitled to
gonna
that.
say.
They're
Because
fine.
like even with me, which is with me, when I see a woman and you've said to me, okay, this woman is a CEO of this company, she's doing this, she's doing that. My next question, whether I say it out loud or not, is always, okay, does she have a family?
Yeah.
Is she married? Does she have children? And when they say to me she doesn't, immediately I just kind of have this feeling of, oh man, like, is she really happy though? Like,
Exactly, because people have these feelings innately. Okay, it's not society pushing this idea on you. Even women know that maybe there's a lack of fulfillment if you have a bunch of money but you have no family, because a lot of women value family. Okay, and everything. This is all about fulfillment and what is truly fulfilling. How do you know if something is fulfilling? If you don't have to get paid to do it, okay? For example, jobs pay you money because they know you would rather be doing something else than be working, okay? They understand that, so they're willing to pay you for that. Things that are truly fulfilling are things you don't have to get paid for. For example, me as a husband, when I go out and work, my job isn't it isn't the most fulfilling thing in the world. I get it, it's whatever, all right? But when I come back home and I get to share what I bring in with my wife, with my mom, with my little sisters that may need something for now or for the future, that's where I get true fulfillment. Okay, and that's what it's actually about. I get fulfillment from protecting and providing for the people around me. Women generally get fulfillment from nurturing. Okay, from catering to their man and making sure their family, their house is in order. That's generally where women get fulfillment, and that's why you get a lot of these 35-year-old women that are focused on their careers that are truly not happy. So what they have to do is surround themselves by status symbols and things that say, "Look at me, I'm happy." Okay, it's almost like they're trying to force this happiness on you to make you believe that they're happy, and a lot of times they're just not. It's just the truth of the matter, because happiness is usually found in true fulfillment. All right, and I mean, it can be different for everybody, but for majority of people, that's going to come from nurturing as a woman, and it's going to come from protecting and providing as a man. That's just how it works. Let's continue the video.
So in my mind, like automatically in my mind, I don't devalue her, but I just feel like, well, it's not complete. But then when I meet someone that has both,
all of it,
I'm like in awe. I'm like, oh my gosh, how did you do it? Like, how do you have a career? How do you have a family? Because I just kind of feel like it's all important all together. Do you know what I mean? And for me personally, I kind of feel like, okay, I'm doing all the stuff that I'm doing, and in my mind, I'm like, okay, the next step for me in, you know, being successful would be to settle down. Do you know what I mean? And to have a partner. And I think until I kind of have that, even if I'm successful, it doesn't feel complete.
I did have a conversation with a friend the other day,
fulfillment.
and he was basically saying that the thing about successful women is that they feel that because they're successful in their career and they're bosses in their career, they can then replicate that success that they've had into their relationship. But what they end up doing is trying to play boss in both their workplace and in their relationship. And so he's basically saying that sometimes these kind of like the successful, driven women need to learn how to have two sides.
Yeah,
when it
I
comes to
agree.
being in relationships,
definitely.
dealing
You
with
can't
another
be the man
person, and then also
everything.
being.
You mean like being that, still having that submissive role?
100%.
And the thing is, I
100%.
hate the word submissive, but it's like.
Yeah, people have
No,
made it
I love the
negative.
word.
I like the word submissive.
I love the word
I think it's
submissive.
beautiful. I
Okay,
love it.
why do you think
Like,
that though?
I
Why
feel
do I
like-
have to be
Because
submissive in my
submissive,
relationship
there's
to
nothing-
maintain it?
Because there's nothing. See, that's the thing. People think there's something wrong with being submissive. It means like you're not the leader, but it's like it's not saying that you don't matter. It's saying that you're looking onto someone and you're telling them how you feel and you're submitting to their decisions to make the right one. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. In my
think
opinion.
it's
But what about
important.
your decisions?
Yeah, your
that is-
decisions.
you-
I tell
no,
you
you
before.
discuss
It still
it.
holds it. It still holds value.
yeah.
Like you're still explaining what your position is or your opinion and allowing the man to basically
there's
make the final call.
there's someone who feels that they are responsible for you.
Yeah.
They want to make sure that everything that's got to do with your world is correct
100.
and in place.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that's a beautiful thing. But
I
because
think so as
people
well.
have abused it so much to the point where they're controlling boyfriends, they're telling you not to wear this, telling you you can't go out, you
So
can't
they
see
think
your
that that's
family.
submission, that's
so
not
over
submission.
time, people have seen submissive like, no, I'm not submissive to
You
no
don't
man. You
submit
can't
to
tell
your
me what to
boyfriends,
do.
please.
No,
Only
exactly.
husband.
And no, because honestly, like for me, like,
Exactly.
even like dating, like for me, I cannot be with, if I feel that I can start telling you what to do, I cannot be with you because I know what
need
I'm
a
like.
leader.
No,
Exactly.
seriously, because in the beginning I could be, so if, I don't know, if he's not working, but not because he can't get a job, but maybe he's lazy by nature and he doesn't work, you know, for some reason. You know, there's men that are just lazy. Do you know what I mean?
it's true.
So if that's what his character is, he's lazy. I know that in the beginning, because he could be really good looking and have other attributes that I really, really like. I know for a minute I can be like, okay, yeah, it's cool. I know he's gonna get there. I can be defending him. Oh, daddy, come on, he's going to get there.
Oh,
You
is
know
this
he's
the
trying.
potential that we
Like,
spoke about?
No. Do you know what I mean? No, I can be doing that for a little bit, but one day, knowing me, and it could be something little. It could be because I'm hungry. I'm gonna snap, and I'm gonna say, "Don't talk to me. You don't even work. You don't even do this." And I'm immediately and I'm immediately.
But you
Hold on.
you used to be
Your
saying
mates.
No,
Big things.
Yeah. Your age mates. Look at your age. Do you know what I mean? No, I can imagine myself like talking him down.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
Exactly. And this is the part that a lot of women do not like to admit to, but it is okay. No matter what, and men, no matter what you hear women say, women do not want no feminine man. Regardless, I don't care about nothing they talking about. You can put all the blogs and all the Facebooks and Twitter stat. I don't care about none of that. Women grow to resent feminine men. Okay, if you are a man and your natural instinct isn't to go out and get for your family, your natural instinct isn't to go out and compete for your family and go out and provide for your people, the women in your family will grow to resent you, and it will come out one day. All right, so for all you homosexuals that's out there all comfortable, and when I say homosexuals, you know what I mean. Men who like to sit under women and lay and try to just collect money, all right, and not have to work for anything. For all you homosexuals, your time is coming, all right? It's coming because women grow a natural resentment to these feminine men that don't want to go out there and get. That is why I always preach that it is important for men to step into leadership roles. Take on more responsibilities, okay? Once you realize that you can take care of those responsibilities, it makes you able to have more responsibilities. And that's where you get your power as a man. That's where you get your fulfillment as a man. That's just how the game works. All right? So don't be afraid to hop out there and take control of situations instead of saying, "Oh, let's go on a date. Where do you want to go?" Tell her where we going, all right? Tell the woman where you going to take her. Tell her what color you want her to wear. Tell her you want her to wear a dress. All right? Take some leadership in the relationship. All right, fellas? Like, it's nothing wrong with that. Don't be listening to what these women tell you they want. Don't no women want no feminine man. That's just how the game go. I can tell you that right now. Let's continue the video.
I know my person. I'm the eldest. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm used to telling my brothers what to do and this, that. So I can't deal with a guy. I need a guy that has initiative. And I need a guy that is gonna take
Takes the
control.
lead.
I can't even take a guy that calls me up and says, "Hey, I know you're busy probably." Like he's already said I'm busy without asking.
Yeah.
And then doesn't
Can I just
do
say
stuff.
something then?
Has to
So
do
are we
things.
saying that, all right, because for me then it feels that when it comes to successful women, maybe the reason why they aren't in relationships is because they have unrealistic standards.
That's not
Bingo.
unrealistic. No.
Because Because you're saying
That's
that
true.
you want a guy to always take the initiative.
No.
To always lead.
No. I'm not trying to say he must always do this and always do that. But what I'm saying is that I can't personally be with a guy who is constantly asking me, what should we do this?
Yeah.
It's like I can't even have an
What
employee
if he's putting
like
your
that.
feelings and considerations first?
What do you mean? Like,
But he should be able to tell me
so you can
something.
be with someone who is constantly like, he can never call you and say, hey,
can't make a decision.
Let's go and do this together. Let's go out.
Yeah.
Let's go
But
and
you know
do
what?
this.
I've realised a lot of guys, for peace of mind, they will rather just agree to what you want to do.
That's
Not all.
That's
Not all.
No,
That's
the majority. In my relationship, I'll be like, oh, what we doing this Friday? Oh, what do you want to do, babe? And I'm like, no, but you decide. What do
Bingo.
But then he'll be like, but you asked
Exactly.
me
But
what you
if
want to do.
he does that all the
make
time, is that
decision.
issue?
And that's going to be the end of the video, y'all. It's probably about a minute left of the video if y'all want to go check it out. But just my final thoughts on the video. Exactly how she presented it at the end. No matter what they say, no matter what they preach throughout the whole video, describing these feminine men, oh, I don't want to be submissive, I don't want to do this and that. She wants a man to take charge of her life. She's tired of getting the phone call and somebody asking her what you want to do. Make the decision for her, okay? I'm trying to tell y'all, man, a lot of ladies don't like to make decisions in relationships. I ask my wife all the time, what you want to eat? I don't know. You choose. You decide. That's always the case because women who are feminine, they want a man to be masculine. They want to challenge you. They want to make sure that you're able to take charge, to be able to take that leadership role and make decisions in difficult times. Women need a rock, okay? Because women are emotional and they sway all the time, and this is good because it keeps balance, okay? It allows for things to not get unbalanced. It's good for emotion, but they also need someone that is a rock, somebody that they can hold on to, somebody that they know won't get emotional in times where you have to be logical. Women don't like feminine men because feminine men are too emotional in times where it is necessary to be logical. And two emotional people will never get it together. It'll always be chaos. It always takes that logical person to be able to say, okay, go ahead and cry and do all this and that, and then come back, okay? Because you're going to stand your ground. All right, so be sure to step into these leadership roles. Ladies, there are always going to be sacrifices. That's absolutely ridiculous, obviously. It's okay to be submissive. There's nothing wrong with that. It has been demonized throughout the last 30 years, but there's nothing wrong with a woman that wants a man to make decisions for their family, okay? Till next time.